Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a follow-up video on my recent how to change attack and armor values in the Definitive Edition video, which was really more a workaround for that trick which wasn't really working at that time. By now the functionality is mostly the way you would expect it to work. There are some traps you need to walk around, but otherwise it is fairly relatively intuitive if you tend to have all of the armor classes on a list available to yourself. Otherwise this will still not be very helpful to you, but that's why I'm doing this video now here. So let's head straight to the triggers here. So first of all, here is a trigger which just changes the name of this skirmisher. This is important due to something I will talk about soon. And here I got two effects. Both are modify attribute, so it will affect units of the field and units which are to be created. The first one is actually modifying the attribute of player 2's militia, so you see that one over here. It subtracts the armor value, you see armor value 3 by 1. The type 3 is base pierce, so the armor against ranged attacks. And it normally is 1, subtracted by 1, then it is put to 0. If you put an armor value below 0, at least with this trigger, it will actually cause a problem in the game, and then instead of having a negative armor value, it will have a positive armor value, so there's a underflow happening. Below 0 you should avoid to do here. And the second modifier is an attack modifier for player 1 skirmishes, and it actually uses the attack type 27, which is, if we look at the table, the damage type of spearman, and yeah, the quantity is 20 in this case to really make it noticeable. Alright, so here's the skirmisher which is being renamed to, well, definitely not a skirmisher. This one is one that hasn't been renamed, and now I'm also creating another one. So since this militia has 0 armor, every attack, regardless from which skirmisher, will do 2 damage to it. So that's 2 damage here, there, also 2. Okay, but now things are getting a little bit trickier. The skirmishers of player 1 have the attribute gained 20 extra damage against spearmen, so they should do something around 20 damage to spearmen. The thing is, if I attack with this fella, they only deal 5 damage, they're 2 damage, and the 3 extra damage they got rid of spearmen anyways. But it hasn't been affected by the modifier attribute change, because it happened after the name change has taken place. So every time you change a name, change HP, change attack or something, it doesn't work. If you use modify attribute, sadly it doesn't work for names, but they will not lock the unit like it did with this one. Now if I use those skirmishes, you see, there we go, massive damage, and this was the one which only is there, and then the one which just got created also has this effect. Those should really give you basic information to work with. The table is really necessary here, so yeah, I'll provide them to you here in the description as well. There are some quite creative things you can do there with bonus damage against predator animals, bonus damage against trees. You have specific damage against wolves, against monks, camels, eagle warriors. Specific Kef archer class is there. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I hope this video has been helpful to you. See you around next time. Goodbye.